Hello folks, welcome to Radio the Market. Here at the end of the day, just doing a quick update on my trading for the day. So I took the 3 trades today. The first one was a nice one. So essentially in London session, we'd swept this high and formed a double top and inverted this bullish fair value gap. So I entered on that candle. The low of the IFPG, that's where I entered. Put a stop above this high and it played around a lot. So we initially swept this low, came all the way up. I was certain that I was going to be stopped out, but then we swept that high, the intermediate high before my stop, and then essentially pushed down into my take profit, and then a lot lower after that as well. And then popped down all morning until New York session. When New York session opened up, I saw that we'd swept these equal highs here and had formed a rejection candle, which is one of my trade setups, but it's been a losing trade setup for the last few trades that I've taken it. So it might be one of those that I get rid of in the next few days and just not take these trades anymore. But regardless, that was a bad trade because we had previous day's volume point of control as liquidity above, so should have waited for that and then taking it from that level. It still would have been a losing trade, but that would have been a better trade than the one that I took. So not the best trade for me. It's still a losing trade and of the same risk that I would have risked for this trade, but you should take the trades that you see where they're supposed to be taken rather than just in far more random spots in the market. So that was my second trade of the day, and I was down around $80 after that. And then my third trade was another loss. This one is one that I discussed quite a lot in my live stream, where I had two conflicting sort of bits of information in my as a trade setup. So I had a trade. My trade was a sell at this level, so we'd come outside of the lunch range, and then we did gulf the previous two candles and rejected down into the lunch range. So I took a sell there, and on a normal day that would probably be a fine trade. Whether it's a winning trade or whatever, that's something else, but it would have been a fine trade. But in this session, in my live stream, I discussed it quite a bit, but we had two bullish fair value gaps here, and part of my strategy is waiting for price to retrace into bullish fair value gaps and wait for a reaction out of them. But I had a conflicting signal, I guess. It's not an actual signal, but it's my understanding of my strategy. So a conflicting signal where I had to take the sell beforehand, and then we essentially got the reaction that I would have been waiting for in the FVG rejection sort of trade setup. We got that, and that pushed to take profit. So part of my strategy is working, I guess, when you think about, okay, waiting for FVGs, waiting for double FVGs, waiting for a nice push out of them with a good candle or strength candle. That's one thing, but I have two conflicting pieces of information here, and in my strategy, I'm not sure which one I should be taking. So I definitely need to do a bit of work on my strategy and figure stuff out, because there's been too many incidences in the last 2 weeks where the market's a bit confusing. And this didn't seem to be the case a few weeks ago. I think this is the current market environment and what it's like just right now. But my strategy needs to cover that. It needs to tell me exactly what I do in which situation. Because while it's fine to have a bit of discretion, it's not fine for me to not be certain of which trade I should be taking in this sort of scenario. Should it just be the first trade that I see set up, which is a sell, or does the double fair value gap have more precedence because it's a more of a momentum trade. Perhaps I shouldn't be taking sells when we're in an uptrend and we've got the FVGs there. Perhaps that's something, but my strategy doesn't cover that right now, and it needs to. So yeah, I'll need a bit of work on that. I'll probably do that in the next few days, but it's because it's such deep data, and I need to go through each trade setup, and I need pictures, I need text, I need to note down everything that I see and trades that I ignored, trades that like trade setups that I ignored, potential stops and stuff like that. That's going to take a long time. Essentially going through all the backtesting that I've done, but doing it better, which is important and it's fine. But it's just frustrating to have to do it all again when I thought I did have a working strategy. So yeah, I don't at the moment, but I've got the start of one, and then I'll see how that goes. Obviously, not throwing my strategy away just yet. I'm going to try to make it work because I've seen good things from it, but I've noticed a number of problems with it while trying to run it live. So yeah, it does need a fair bit of work, which I'll get onto, which I have gotten onto, but I do need to do more on. But yeah, that's all for me this session. Let me just bring up where I am today. Okay, so on this Billinox account, this one's blown, so ignore that one. On the most recent one that I've got, currently down $120, down $350 today after the 3 trades. I took one trade on Friday. I'll just show you that one. Fairly simple trade. It was essentially, I don't know if people watched my video from last week, but if you did, I took the long out of like a fair value gap rejection long out of this position with my funded futures account, and that turned out into a losing trade. But essentially, what I did was set up a double top. I couldn't take it on my other account because I have my I was blocked out of my trading. But when I got this new account, I just thought, okay, fine. Then if this trade is set up, this is a perfect trade. And if the long wasn't right, then the sell must be. So that's what I did. Just took a sell as a double top sort of pattern, and then rode it for 100 ticks with a stop at this high. So currently down a little bit on this account, and yeah, I'll be looking to get that back tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. I'm just noting that I do have a lot of work to do, so I'm taking it a bit calmer right now. I'll take my trading overly seriously and just trying to relax a bit because based on the last couple of weeks, last week, my strategy definitely needs work. So I can't say that I'm ready to run it yet because obviously it's not ready itself. But yeah, that's all for me today. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.